The transfer of an Edmonton Mountie to BC is raising many questions tonight. Sergeant Don Ray was disciplined for mixing sex and liquor while on duty, but many are asking why he's coming here and why wasn't he fired. As Natalie Clancy tells us, this is just the latest in a long series of embarrassing discipline cases in the National Force.
Sergeant Donald Ray is an Edmonton polygrapher who likes women and rum. But what he did at this detachment is sending ripples of shame through the RCMP. BC's Deputy Commissioner says Alberta's problem is now his problem, and his officers are not happy.
Many of them are embarrassed because there's not a distinction typically made by the public between one member and all members.
Callan says the Ray case is exactly the kind of scandal the RCMP is trying to stop. Ray was found guilty of disgraceful conduct for exposing himself to a female employee after a drinking party. He had sex with 2 female civilian employees in the office and made inappropriate and demeaning sexual comments. He also had drinks with prospective female employees he was supposed to screen. But instead of firing Ray, the RCMP demoted him, docked him 10 days' pay, and transferred him to a federal policing unit here in British Columbia.
The discipline process is modernized so that it is in step with current realities and public expectations.
Ray is not the first disgraced officer to be moved to BC. In November, we reported on Robert Blundell, who was docked just a day's pay and later was promoted after he was accused of sexually assaulting 4 female Mounties in Alberta. Today, Catherine Galliford, the first woman to speak publicly about sexual harassment, says many female officers do not feel safe at work.
There are female members and female public servants within the Lower Mainland who are working for the RCMP who are saying that if that member comes to work anywhere around them, that they are walking off the job.
This MLA and former cop says a transfer to BC isn't a punishment, it's a reward, and BC's Justice Minister should stop it.
She should be on the phone to Vic Taves right now and say, Vic Taves, we're not taking this guy here in BC.
While Ray is technically not on her payroll, he is in Shirley Bond's province.
I told the Commissioner today that British Columbia expects more of the RCMP and that we need to challenge the current transfer policies that allows for a transfer like this to be considered.
BC's top Mountie says if Sergeant Ray reoffends, he will lose his job. But even Craig Callans admits a lot needs to change in the RCMP before sexual misconduct automatically gets an officer fired. Natalie Clancy, CBC News, Vancouver.